Hi everyone. Today's topic is quite special because it is not something related to piano playing, but is extremely important for everyone, especially all musicians. As a pianist, we always learn the structure and the mechanism of the piano. But have you ever questioned yourself, how much do you know about your hand? A very important tool of us, especially the pianists. Let's take a look and touch your hands. So I know all of us can easily name this nail joint, middle joint, or some teacher will tell this is the first joint, second joint, and the third joint. So maybe some of us will say this is the new joint, the middle joint, the second joint, and the knuckle, and our palm, and the wrist, right? So, but there are more to know. Hands has a lot of tendons, muscles, ligaments, arteries, nerves. In this video, I will focus only on the bones and the joints of our hands. Also, you will see and hear I explain the terminology of these bones and joints in both English and Chinese language because I want to have everyone to know, especially all Chinese, to understand them better. Okay, before we start, I have the first question for you. Do you know how many major types of bones are there in our hands? Can you please guess? Yes, there are three types. The phalanges, the metacarpal bones, and the carpal bones. Or in Chinese, we call the 子骨, 掌骨, and also the 腕骨, right? So let's look at this, the next slide that I have drawn. Okay. Wow, it looks very colorful, right? And beautiful. Okay, let's have your palm facing you and study the picture together. You can shake your thumb, the index finger, the middle finger, the ring finger, and the pinky. In the right side of the slide, you can see I wrote phalanges, which consists of the pink color, the blue, and the green. The pink color is the furthest away from our body, so we call it distal phalanges. In Chinese, it's 远节子骨. You can point here. The pink color, this part here, right? So this is the distal phalange, and this is the middle phalanges in the middle, the blue color. And this is the green phalanges. We call it the proximal phalange because it's near to us. So in Chinese, we call it 近节子骨. Okay, so this is the green color. Very interestingly, as you can see from the picture, the thumb doesn't have the middle phalange. Okay, so we only have two. So let's count how many phalanges in our hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yes, there are 14 of them. Yes, our thumb only has two phalanges, which is the pink color, the distal 远节子骨, and the proximal phalanges, the 近节子骨. If you can touch over here, this is the 近节子骨, and this is the 远节子骨. Proximal and the distal. Okay, next, let's move to our palm. This part, as you can see from the picture, this is the orange color. Yeah, so I need you to make your palm face down. Okay, so this is what we call the metacarpal bones. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 metacarpal bones. In Chinese, we call it 掌骨. Okay, now let's touch our metacarpal bones. Okay, the first one is over here. As you can see from here to here. Can you please touch them? The second, you follow the bones. The third, the very long one. The fourth, okay, and then the fifth. So below this, okay, below this orange color metacarpal bones, from the picture we can see the below here is called the carpal bones, the 腕骨. Oh, the Wangu here is very interesting because I never know our Wangu here actually has 8 little tiny bones. Yeah, you can see from the picture. They have their own names, very complicated own names. So later I'm going to discuss with you. And then below that, okay, you will see the bone attached to our wrist here. This is called the radius, the ulna. Okay, 绕骨 Chinese 绕骨 here, and then the 耻骨 radius and ulna. Okay, let's move to our next slide, which is the couple bones. Okay, just now we talk about the orange color, the 5 metacarpal bones, the 掌骨. Now let's move to the couple bones, the 腕骨. Okay, this is very interesting. Did you see this sentence? The top one. Try to catch her. She looks too pretty. Okay, so try. The T stands for trapezium. So this bone, yeah, actually it's really hard for us to locate where is the bone unless you take an X-ray. But we can see from the picture, or maybe you can just feel where are the bones if you can. So T trapezium, 斜方骨. This try to, the trapezoid, 菱形骨. And then there's catch, you see, this is like the biggest one, the toe, like the toe. So we call 头状骨, the capitate. And H, hamate, the 沟头骨, because you see it's like a hook. Yeah, 沟头骨. 沟 means in Chinese means the hook. And she, in the lower row, she, scaffold is the 舟状骨, like a boat. 舟 means like a boat, okay? And then the L, looks, lunate, 月状骨. Okay, 月状骨. And then this one, triquetrum, 三角骨. This is very special because it is very near to this hamate and then this physiform. So this is called the triquetrum 三角骨 because it has 3 三角. Okay, you see this one, 3 points here, 1, 2, 3, 三角骨. And then this is called the physiform 豆状骨, looks like the bean. The dou in Chinese is like the bean. So you can actually remember them very easily. Try to catch her, the upper part, and then the lower, the 4 little bones here. She looks too pretty. Isn't it very interesting? Lastly, we will move to the most complicated one, which is the joints of our hands. I mentioned to touch the joints while I'm explaining. Okay, so let's look at this next picture. So, hand joints. In this picture, we can see the bones here is what we have discussed just now, the phalanges, the distal, middle, and proximal phalanges, the metacarpal bones, and the carpal bones here. And now we will focus on this right side part, okay? So, what do you understand about the joints of our body? What are they? According to American Society for the Surgery of the Hand, joints, okay, the joints are the cartilage, the 软骨, okay, surfaces that connects the bones to allow us to move our hands, okay, to grab, okay, to flex, okay, to do a lot of movements. Let's look at the left side of this slide. Okay. The pink color and the blue color, you see from your index finger, the pink and blue. The second, third, fourth, fifth, okay, we have this joint called distal interphalangeal, DIP, 原子关节. Or we always call it like the new joint, okay? So the term is called distal interphalangeal, DIP. Next, we move to the blue attached to the green. This joint is called proximal interphalangeal, PIP, 镜子关节. Okay, so this term is special, like what we just discussed. It has no middle phalange. So this term, the distal phalange and the proximal phalange, this is what we call the interphalangeal, is different, okay? So it's IP, okay? But Chinese, we also call it 原子关节. Okay, so this is the 关节, the joints, okay, of our fingers. Then the most popular one, the knuckle joints, okay? We call this the metacarpal phalangeal, MCP. 掌关节. So in Chinese, we call this 掌关节, the knuckle here. Okay, so you may look at your palm here. We may think the 掌关节 is over here, like on this straight line. Actually, they are not here. Okay, so if you flip down your hand like this, let's check where is the bending point. You can touch, okay, the knuckles and here. Yeah, this is the bending point, right? It's not over here. It's over here. So this is the 掌关节, this joint. Okay, metacarpophalangeal, MCP 掌关节. Then after this 掌关节, if you move down, okay, to join our wrist, the carpal bones, this is what we call carpal metacarpal CMC 腕掌关节. You see 腕掌关节 is over here. Okay, after the palm attached here to our wrist bones, the purple color, here we have 5 CMC joints. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, but here do you see the asterisk, the circle one? This first, okay, our thumb. This first carpal metacarpal CMC joint, also known as trapezium metacarpal joint, 拇指腕掌关节, because this first metacarpal bone attached to this purple color, the first one, as we discussed just now, this is called the trapezium. So this joint also we call trapezium metacarpal joint. So if you talk to your student, you might need to tell them, okay, when we are moving our fingers, the thumb, we have first joint, second joint, and the third joint here. Okay, this first joint, second joint, and third joint. This third joint of the thumb, we call it trapezial metacarpal joint, 拇指腕掌关节. Okay, and the fingers, we have this distal interphalangeal, distal interphalangeal DIP, and this proximal phalangeal, and then this metacarpal phalangeal. Okay, first joint, second joint, and third joint, similarly to the third, fourth, and fifth finger. Okay, so the very bottom here, the purple color carpal bones, we also have the joints, which we really can't locate. So the middle here, this middle here, we call mid carpal joints. 腕骨肩关节 is between, okay, this the upper row and the lower row. Okay, this is called mid carpal joints. And then the lowest one here is called radial carpal joint, 腕关节, which we always think of the wrist. Okay, the wrist. All right. So I hope this explanation, a very brief explanation of our bones and the joints of the hand and wrist, okay, will let you, maybe next time when you are teaching to your students, you can actually explain to them in Chinese or in English name. And then also you let them know the fingers, the first, second, third joint, what are their terms, terminology, what are their scientific terms. And actually you can let them know, this is a very interesting point which I have discovered, where we actually have 8 bones here, little tiny bones in our carpal bones attached to the wrist here. So I hope this video helped you to gain some insights. So this is my last slide. And thank you for watching. If you have any question, you can write an email to my email address here. Okay, chai.pianomastery@gmail.com. If you want to take a trial lesson or online lesson, please write an email to me. I'm willing to help you to figure out what we can do. Okay, so let's stay tuned for my next video, and I hope you have a good day. Thank you.